Not a copyrighted sound.
I booked us a trip to Mexico. That's where I was gonna propose.
So does that mean it's over? Is that it? Was it over when?
It's over.
Gay!
Sorry, I don't know how to process emotions properly. Alright, welcome to another 90-day single life recap with Pegasod, saying the name this time at the start. Way to be. I wanted to get this video out in time for Halloween. I love Halloween, chance to dress up, which I've done. Onesie, that counts. Candy, scaring children, ticks all the boxes. I love it. Alright, let's dive into Caesar. He first came on the show on a previous season with Maria, 26-year-old that he met online. Now, he never actually met her in person, but they dated for 5 years. He sent her about $800 US every fortnight for 5 years. That's not including any gifts or anything he might have sent her as well. So we see here Caesar's at some kind of painting class. He says he goes to places like this to meet women.
Are you a runner? Because you've been running through my mind all day.
Has that line worked?
No.
Okay.
So did you come over here with your husband?
I left him at home.
Oh, he's a lucky man to have a beautiful woman like you.
The lady he's trying to practice pickup lines with admits she doesn't have a husband. She just said that obviously to stop him asking her out. It should just be, nah, man, nah.
My perfect woman would be, I like them curvy. I like, thighs, hips, chicken.
So why Season's over here looking for a barbecue chicken?
I've been trying to date and I've been striking out at home. So now I decided to do online dating again. This time I'm really changing my approach to dating.
I want to focus that Caesar does say he's changed his way of dating, but he can't because he's going online to meet a Ukrainian. Only this time he's got professional help, which I'm kind of sure it's a scam because, but we'll go into that later. Just hold on. So he gets the help of a professional lady named Katrina. She's going to help him find his perfect woman / chicken. Now, apparently she's sent him an email of ladies that would be best suited to them, which I kind of feel like is a scam. I feel like she's just sending him a list of ladies that are also looking for a guy. Not really what suits him, just here's what we have on file. Take a pic.
I feel that they really don't care about looks. They just want somebody to treat them right, love them.
Okay.
Where did he get that Ukrainians care only about the soul? Where did he get that? Where did he get that generalization?
Making offers starts from $500 US. And we will find the only one special lady for you.
Later that same evening.
Before he leaves, he catches up with a friend named April for some womanly advice. Good idea. She gives some good advice of don't go solely on looks. She could have a personality of rocks. Solid advice. He does want someone sincere to be with, that he can spend the rest of his life with, someone who's not with him just for his bank account, and I respect that, we all do. I do feel like Caesar would have better luck if he stopped focusing on the outside and tried to get to know people a little bit better.
I wish I could find a man to love me as much as you love these strangers.
Now, I don't know the story between him and his friend April, but she does hint at she would love to find someone who loves her as much as he loves these Ukrainian women. And I'm not sure if that's her hinting that maybe, hey, but Caesar's so focused on these model-like women that the comment went right over his head. Side note, I just got up to go to the bathroom, realized I was in a onesie, and I just realized I'm just going to have to power through. I hate where they don't have like any kind of like flap or something on any of the onesies I own. I mean, it's just like you need to sit there naked on the toilet questioning your life choices. Why can't we get a butt flap? I don't know. Back to it anyway. No amount of warnings is going to stop this man. He's on his way to Ukraine. So Caesar gets ready for the meet and greet, and he looks like he's just ready for a dress-up party, which I have no problem with, obviously. So Caesar gets into the limo, and surprise, there's 3 other guys there, and also surprised, no one else is wearing a top hat. Yeah, the fact that she didn't even mention there was going to be other guys is a little bit shady to me. Unless he just didn't even ask any questions like what's going to be involved, is there anyone else there? I feel like maybe he just heard Ukrainian women and he just went. So here he is talking to the other guys. They seem to be far more successful, and you can see Caesar's getting a little bit concerned by this. So it seems like Caesar's got a little bit of competition for the night, but he's still determined to get his Ukrainian woman / chicken. Now they get to the mixer, and I don't know if it's just the editing or whatnot, but he just looks super awkward, super out of place. He's the only one wearing a top hat, which I'd actually find funny. I'd feel like he's dressing like the Monopoly Man or something. After being awkward for a while, he finally sits down at a table. It's not the warmest welcome, gonna be honest.
If I don't impress anyone, I'm gonna go back to the States alone with no one.
Eventually they just ask, so what makes you want to find a Ukrainian wife? And to which he responds, I was striking out, so I tried a new country. He does have a small back and forth with a lady. She seems a little bit warm towards him, or maybe she's just being nice, but she's also a nail technician, so they laugh and they have that in common. And he talks about being a match, so maybe getting a little ahead of himself. He does start getting comfortable, which is I'm really happy for him. He's already paid the $500 US. I don't think he's getting it back, so may as well make the most of it and try to mingle a little bit. At least have a good time. And overall, he does make a few connections, I guess you would call them. Well done, Caesar. Let's have a look at Veronica and see how she's going in the single life. Tim and Veronica, they dated about 7 years ago. And she does say that he's halfway between her brother and girly best friend. I do like that they can still keep friends. But I think the closeness of the relationship, that's going to be a problem. Just see it a mile away. So Veronica and Tim talk about her new squeeze, Justin. She's met him online. They haven't yet met in person, but they're about to. She proceeds to tell him that he's got 2 kids, ages 4 and 8.
Okay, he does have nice abs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is why I'm going out with him, Tim.
Yeah, nah, his body's on point.
I really like him.
Basically, he's got abs and a 401k, so apparently that's the criteria that needs to be met. After a few months of talking online, they finally meet. He's brought her flowers. That's really cute. Seems like everything's going really well. He talks about he works out every other day. They laugh. She kind of juggles. Well, she tries to.
Many hours later.
Well, so she invites her back to her place for a nightcap. You know what that means. And again, I don't know if it's the editing that does this, but it just looks super awkward. Veronica's over getting a vase. He's just kind of standing there. Tim's chilling on the couch and no one's saying a thing. Tim just goes, well, time to go. Shall I walk him out too?
Dark, no lights outside.
Oh, okay. I guess so.
Yeah.
Justin doesn't want to impose, so he doesn't know what's going on, so he just goes, yeah, okay, I'll see you later, Veronica. And Tim walks him out of her house. He doesn't live there. To be fair, she didn't say anything. She just kind of watched this happen. But afterwards, she is so pissed. She just got blocked, son. And somehow the weirdness of Tim walking him out doesn't scare Justin away just yet. And Justin just trying to wait for the right time to bring up the last date night, the whole awkwardness, and if there's anything else he needs to know, which, let's be real, if it's going to progress, there's a little bit of baggage, just a little smidge. After a little bit of a rock climbing date, which I do love, that's so much more fun than your classic dinner and movies.
Oh, no.
Wow, you did pretty good.
They do make it to the top, come back down, and then go to a lunch bar, share a few laughs. And finally, the Tim topic comes up, and he just wants to know what kind of boundaries there are, and is there any at all? To which she just replies, nope. But to her credit, she does agree she's gonna sit down and have this discussion. So give her that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay. Well, good.
Anyway, they get home. Clearly they had a good date. And no tin to be found.
You taste like chalk.
So now she's agreed to talk about boundaries. It's time to meet with Tim, and she's a little bit nervous. She tells Tim that Justin was a little bit upset, especially the fact that she didn't say anything when Tim was walking him out. She just kind of stood there, and fair's fair, that would be a weird thing, like, why didn't you say anything? And Tim actually agrees with her here. Apparently, since they split up, their close relationship has been like a common denominator for their other relationships not working out. And you can see her face right here. She doesn't like that at all. Her insecurities instantly take over. What if things don't work out with Justin? Who's going to be there, shoulder to cry on, if Tim and her drift apart a little bit too much? So it's clear here Tim's not only her friend, but it's actually her emotional backup. Which is a little strange. Hopefully they don't split too much.
Without you.
And we'll see how Veronica and Justin's relationship continues in the next episode. Alright, speaking of unresolved issues with an ex, here we have Tanya. Tanya and Sinjin split, emotionally that is. They just couldn't agree on having children, so unfortunately they broke up, and yeah. There was an actual lot of love there.
Divorce papers doesn't make my marriage any more over than it already is. I'm emotionally and mentally divorced. I came to Aruba a couple months ago for my friend's birthday, and I fell in love instantly.
Tanya says here that she wants to broaden her horizons. She never got a chance to do that. But didn't she leave in the middle of the 90-day process for a month to go study herbal medicine in Costa Rica? Does that not count as broadening horizons a little bit? Just a little bit? 90.
And I would love to just experiment new pleasures.
And we know what that means. So here Tanya's trying to find herself, her new old self. She's talking with some friends about how she's trying to get over Sinjin, but now she just wants someone to cuddle with, come home to, and just have a little bit of fun with. She's not sure if she wants it to be a relationship, just how deep it is. She's really not sure yet. She talks about how she met Sinjin. He was a bartender at someone she was on vacation with, and now she brings up Joel, a bartender that she met while she was on vacation. It's almost like she's doing the same things over and over again. So here's where Joel comes in. They've been messaging back and forth a few times, and now it's time for their first real date.
She caught my eye. She has nice features.
What features are nice?
The eyes are beautiful.
So after noticing her features, Joel comes to get her for their first date. He's going to give her a bit of a tour of the whole island. Tanya also points out that he's really easy to talk to, so that's always a plus. He mentions here that he is originally from Aruba, but he went to Netherlands, but it was just too much of a fast pace, so he came back to the island life, which is a great vibe apparently. I'd like to point out that he's clearly trying to say here that Netherlands was really fast paced, so that's why he came back to Aruba, where he's originally from, because it's a slower pace, better vibes. I don't think that's what Tanya's looking for. That's what her and Sinjin fought about a lot, is he just wanted to take it easy and just go with the flow, and she wanted him to work, and she wanted to have a baby. Sometimes I feel like people in this show only hear what they want to hear. And it was bound to come up at some point, but here they're discussing that she's separated, and he says, "You mean on paper?" And she says, No, I just mean emotionally. And I like that he pulls her up here and says that is lying. You're not divorced, you're not separated, you're just not together. But for now, we're going to forget about that and proceed with the date. Everything looks like it's going really well. They're dancing, they're having a good time. And here Tanya just mentions that she's exploring her options and that she laughs a lot when she's nervous. And she is also horny. After the little cave date, which looks really cute by the way, they just sit down at the beach and have a good chat. Joel pulls her up again on the fact that she is still married when she said when I was married. She's still married. Joel does mention that if she's still married and they go on more, like a second or third or fourth date, it would make him a little bit uncomfortable because he is technically dating a married woman. And Tanya hears none of that.
Love to see you again. But that probably means, like, not coming home with me tonight.
So in an interview, when she's talking with the camera, she does say maybe he's worried that she's not divorced on paper because she still has feelings or something like that. And that's not the case. But really, who can blame him?
With being with Sinjin?
I hope you enjoyed this little recap. I'll see you in the next video and enjoy your candy. Bye!